is SMNI News Channel. Truth that matters.
In the headlines, President Vladimir Zelensky is urgently appealing to Western allies to bolster the nation's anti-ballistic missile infrastructure, warning of a critical shortage of Patriot systems. The plea follows a relentless 11-hour overnight Russian assault on Kyiv. A miraculous rescue brings a glimmer of hope to disaster-stricken Venezuela. International search and recovery teams have successfully pulled a man alive from the dense rubble of a collapsed residential complex in a coastal city. Tensions flare anew between Tehran and Washington. Iran's Parliament Speaker has shattered any remaining optimism over the recent Islamabad memorandum, categorically declaring that Tehran will block all international inspectors from assessing atomic facilities that were targeted in recent bombardments. Back at home, the flood control anomaly investigation intensifies. Reina de Mercedes Vice Mayor Attorney Harold Respicio has issued a direct challenge to the national government, backing consecutive public protest actions that demand full transparency. A significant diplomatic influx signals big economic opportunities for southern Mindanao. According to the Davao City government, a recent surge of foreign diplomats visiting the locality is clearing the path for massive potential investments across the region. A historic financial roadmap in South Asia. At the 16th India-Japan Annual Summit in New Delhi, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi have pledged a massive 10 trillion yen, approximately $68 billion investment target over the next decade. And a medical milestone in global health. The Republic of Malawi has officially launched a breakthrough nationwide rollout of Lenacapavir, innovative twice-a-year long-acting injectable drug aimed at drastically curbing new HIV infections. I'm Prince Tripoli. Newsline World starts now. For our first story, Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky has urgently appealed to Western allies to strengthen the nation's anti-ballistic missile defenses, citing a critical shortage of Patriot system. The plea follows an 11-hour overnight assault by Russia, which Kyiv describes as the largest aerial bombardment of the war directed at the capital city. This report. A massive overnight barrage has left portions of the Ukrainian capital severely damaged, prompting calls for immediate international military support. President Vladimir Zelensky called on Kyiv's Western allies to urgently strengthen Ukraine's anti-ballistic air defenses, saying a shortage of Patriot systems left the country vulnerable.
На жаль, не все. На жаль, дефіцит антибалістичних засобів є, дефіцит патріотів, і треба, щоб партнери, і це передусім Сполучені Штати Америки та наші європейські партнери, були більш активними в допомозі СМ.
Zelensky argued that protecting Ukrainian cities required not only additional deliveries of Patriot systems, but also the development of Europe's own anti-ballistic production capabilities, looking ahead to international talks.
Буде саміт НАТО, інші формати. Саме це має стати одним із ключових результатів ППО. Якщо, звісно, НАТО ще щось значить для союзників. Європа повинна мати власну, достатню спроможність захищатись від усіх типів загроз, в тому числі і цієї, від російської балістики.
The push for advanced defense interceptors coincides with Ukrainian attempts to secure long-term domestic military manufacturing agreements. Zelensky said Ukraine had been in talks with the United States administration for a long time about licensing Patriot production, as well as boosting European production of defense missiles.
В операціях, коли це потрібно. Дуже розраховуємо на позитивну відповідь президента Трампа для захисту життів.
On the offensive front, Zelensky said Kiev targeted facilities supporting Moscow's war effort, including oil infrastructure and military production sites, confirming another Russian oil refinery was struck on Thursday. The administrative appeals follow a massive strike on Wednesday night, where Moscow launched its largest aerial bombardment of the war against Kiev. The 11-hour overnight assault saw over 570 missiles drones fired, killing at least 22 people. The Russian Defense Military stated the large-scale strikes targeted military-industrial enterprises, fuel and energy infrastructure, aviation manufacturing facilities, and gas distribution stations across Kiev and surrounding regions. According to the ministry, the strikes were conducted in direct response to what it described as terrorist attacks by Kiev on civilian infrastructure in Russia. Reporting from Newsline World, this has been Prince Tripoli, SMNA News.
International search and recovery teams successfully extracted a survivor from the rubble of a collapsed residential complex in La Guaira 8 days after twin earthquakes decimated the region. Rahil Parba has the story.
An extraordinary story of survival has brought immense joy to emergency crews working across the disaster-stricken coast of La Guaira. On Thursday, international rescue teams pulled Hernan Hill alive from the pulverized ruins of a parking structure basement adjacent to Galeria's Playa Grande Mall. Hill survived trapped for over 190 hours inside a tiny reinforced concrete security booth that effectively shielded him from collapsing structural slabs. The highly dangerous extraction operation lasted more than 3 consecutive days and brought together over 100 specialized rescuers from Chile, Costa Rica, and Venezuela.
Bueno, este rescate fue por mucho uno de los rescates más peligrosos y complejos que ha enfrentado Bomberos de Chile. La persona afortunadamente no tenía ningún miembro de su cuerpo atrapado, sino que había quedado atrapado dentro del habitáculo donde él trabajaba. Entonces este habitáculo hizo una suerte de sarcófago y llegar hasta ese lugar nos tomó 2 días. En el día 5 después del terremoto nosotros logramos acceder a través de una perforación, luego de haber construido un túnel, y pudimos pasarle una vía. Nuestro equipo médico comenzó a suministrarle hidratación.
To keep Hill stabilized throughout the highly volatile extraction process, specialized medical teams constructed a narrow micro-tunnel to deliver critical hydration, rehydration salts, and liquid nutrients directly into his concrete pocket. His successful extraction marks a rare triumph as the official death toll from the June 24 double earthquakes rises to 2,495 fatalities. While Hill remains under close observation at a nearby medical center to undergo specialized trauma rehabilitation, international recovery squads are already shifting their heavy equipment to other high-priority subterranean collapse targets.
Una explosión de emociones, de sentimientos. Desde hace más de 115 horas estamos con un despliegue increíble de equipos trabajando por rescatar a don Hernán. O sea, es algo que realmente para nosotros es un milagro. Y cómo me siento, es increíble, ¿verdad? No nos lo creemos, pero hoy por hoy podemos decir, don Hernán va a estar con su familia próximamente. Entonces,
with local civil protection authorities concurrently tracking over 50,000 citizens still officially unaccounted for across 5 northern states, the miracle rescue has provided a vital morale boost to exhausted field personnel. Engineering units continue to reinforce deep subterranean transit tunnels to rescue surrounding impact structures against severe structural aftershocks. Safe humanitarian aid corridors remain heavily guarded by regional police commands as international assistance delegations maintain their relentless pace through the ruins. This has been Rahil Parba, your global citizen correspondent, reporting for Newsline World.
Iranian Parliament Speaker Mohammad Baghir Ghalibaf apparently shattered recent optimism surrounding the Islamabad memorandum by categorically declaring that Tehran will block international inspectors from assessing bombed atomic sites. Carl De La Peña reports.
The high-stakes diplomatic roadmap between Washington and Tehran has run into a major nuclear compliance barrier. In the second installment of a wide-ranging state television interview broadcast on Wednesday, Iranian Parliament Speaker Mohammad Baghir Ghalibaf issued a stern warning regarding international atomic oversight. Ghalibaf flatly denied claims that International Atomic Energy Agency inspectors would be allowed near enrichment facilities targeted during recent military strikes. He asserted that under domestic legislation and strict national security guidelines, international monitoring access remains strictly confined to only 2 functional civilian reactors. The defiant stance stands in stark contrast to recent assertions coming out of the White House, and the IAEA U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance had previously indicated that both administrations agreed to comprehensive verification visits during Swiss-mediated tracking sessions, while President Donald Trump stated inspectors would deploy at the appropriate time. Defending his overall handling of the 14-point ceasefire text, Galibaf revealed that intense regional mediation in Qatar successfully unlocked $12 billion in frozen Iranian oil assets, a critical financial concession he claims forced Washington's hand. While hardline opposition factions inside Iran continue to protest the diplomatic outreach as a compromise of state sovereignty, the chief negotiator maintained that the scope of current working groups is strictly confined to the initial Versailles terms. With unverified stockpiles of enriched uranium remaining a core security concern for Western defense planners, the blunt refusal to open damaged facilities like Fordo and Natanz threatens to completely stall the broader talks. Technical teams are expected to face intense pressure to resolve the verification deadline before the 60-day interim negotiation window officially expires next month. Reporting for Newsline World, this has been Carlo de la Peña, SMNI News.
Faithful Kingdom citizens from across Hong Kong gathered for a vibrant celebration of faith, unity, and talent during the Young and Adult Camp 2026, an annual gathering organized by the Kingdom of Jesus Christ. The event featured competitions in sports, music, dance, and Kingdomana, bringing together overseas Filipino workers in an atmosphere of camaraderie and inspiration. Hanjin Sancho reports from Hong Kong.
The energy is electric, the passion is undeniable, and the spirit of unity is stronger than ever as overseas Filipino workers here in Hong Kong showcase not only their athletic abilities, but also the camaraderie that brings them together through sports.
The Young and Adult Camp 2026 officially kick off with exciting basketball and volleyball competitions, drawing thousands of enthusiastic participants from different areas across Hong Kong. 7 teams competed throughout the camp, representing Kowloon, New Territory, Outlying Island, Hong Kong 1, Kennedy Town, Saturday Group, and Hong Kong 2. Beyond the competition, the annual gathering serves as an opportunity for Kingdom citizens to strengthen friendships, foster teamwork, and enjoy a meaningful respite from the daily demands of working overseas. Adding excitement to the festivities was a special exhibition basketball game featuring SMNI anchors and reporters who face off against Team Banateros in a fun-filled match that energized the crowd. The Kingdom of Jesus Christ has maintained an active presence in Hong Kong since 1991, consistently organizing activities that promote fellowship, recreation, and community building among Filipinos living and working abroad.
Thank you, Pastor, sa ganitong pagtitipon. Talagang nakakatulong sa ating mga OFW. Napakaganda na inorganize niyo po ito, Pastor, for how many years na dito sa Hong Kong at sa ibang dako ng sanglibutan na kung saan naroroon ang KOGC. Malaki ang aming pasasalamat, naging part po kami sa inyo pong adhikain na kahit malayo ang mga OFW sa kanilang pamilya, parang malapit na rin kasi nagkakatipon ng ganito, mga Pilipino ang mga nakakasama nila kahit sa stressful life nila dito sa ibang bansa, natutugunan at naiibsan dahil sa ganitong ino-organize po ninyo na sports. Thank you, Pastor.
See you soon. Papasalamat kami sa iyo, Pastor, sapagkat binigyan ninyo kami ng pagkakataon na dito sa Hong Kong, kasi ito yung national holiday nila, magkaroon ng ganitong activities. Ito'y malaking tulong sa ating mga OFW. Nagpasalamat yung mga Filipino community natin, mga basketball players din, means basketball, sapagkat inanyayahan natin sila. Malaki nilang pasasalamat sa iyo, Pastor.
Many participants expressed gratitude for an event that allows them to reconnect with fellow Filipinos, recharge from the pressure of overseas employment, and strengthen the bonds they have built through the kingdom. For many kingdom citizens, the Young and Adult Camp has become a cherished tradition that brings encouragement, joy, and a renewed sense of belonging.
Nagagalak po kami na nagkaroon ng ganitong event, lalong-lalo na po sa aming mga OFW na mahihilig po, katulad niya mahilig maglaro. Nag-effort po kayo, binigay po namin yung best namin sa game na to para mapakita po namin din sa mga kababayan natin na nagagalak po kami na naglalaro po kami dito na sa pamamagitan niyo po, in-invite niyo kami. Salamat po, salamat.
Malaking tulong to sa komunidad, lalo na kami mga OFW rito sa Hong Kong, lalo na malayo kami sa pamilya. Itong ino-organize lalo ng KOJC, mas maganda ito kasi nakapagtanggal ng stress. Malaking bagay talaga sa amin to. At saka thankful kami na imbitahan kami ngayon.
SM9 anchors, Attorney Rowena Guanzon, and members of Team Banateros likewise expressed their appreciation for the overwhelming support and the vibrant atmosphere that made this year's sporting event even more memorable.
Grabe, ang daming tao, ang saya-saya. Napakarami nag-participate at saka napaka-sporty talaga ng ng mga taga Hong Kong. Kasi syempre malayo sila sa pamilya nila, ito lang yung kanilang libangan. Minsan lang may holiday. Thank you again, Pastor, for everything. Salamat sa tiwala mo sa Banateros. And hindi ka namin bibiguin. Mas gagalingan pa namin. Maganda itong mga ganitong klaseng organization na tipon-tipon ng mga OFW. Ako, naging OFW din ako eh. Nakakalungkot dito sa ibang bansa. Mas maganda yung bonding talaga. Ito yung bonding na maganda dahil sports. Maganda siya at saka talagang organisado. At alam nyo, marami tayong natututunan dito. Yung team building, bonding din sa bawat kapatid natin dito from Hong Kong.
Nung laro na ko, kami pastor, initiative. Kung may okasyon o holiday, pinakahama-hama na lahat ng mga Pilipino. Para maiwasan nila yung kalungkutan na naminis nila yung pamilya sa Pilipinas. Malaking bagay na para sa lahat, hindi lang para sa physically, pero emotionally. Yan, maraming salamat sa iyo, pastor, nabuhay ka. Mabuhay kayo, JC!
So yun, Pastor, maraming salamat. Una-una siyempre sa pag-imbita dito sa amin ng Banateros Brothers. At thank you, grabe. Ang ganda nitong nitong programa na to dahil nagkakaroon ng kasiyahan yung mga kababayan natin, mga OFW dito sa Hong Kong. Buti ka pa, kahit na nandyan ka sa ganyan sitwasyon ngayon na ginigipit, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung pagtulong mo, pagpapasaya sa bawat Pilipino. Napakahalaga nito para sa mga OFW dahil alam naman natin na sila dito ay kahit kalabaw at malayo sa pamilya. So napakaganda nito dahil nagkakaroon sila ng libangan, nagkakaroon sila ng solid na samahan ng bawat Pilipino dito sa Hong Kong. Pastor, maraming salamat. At buti na lang talaga merong isang Pastor Apollo Kibuloy na handang tumulong kahit anong mangyari sa bawat Pilipino.
Congratulations sa KOJC dahil sa mga ganitong event. Maraming salamat, Pastor, dahil sa mga ganito na-organize nyo, na-organize ng KOJC. At syempre, kailangan to ng mga kababayan natin na nasa ibang bansa, lalong-lalo na mga malayo sa pamilya. At hindi lang to ginaganap dito sa Hong Kong, kung hindi ginaganap din to sa iba't ibang bansa. Ayan, magandang bagay to kasi nakakapag-bonding yung mga kababayan natin. Hindi lang nakakapag-usap, nakakagawa pa sila ng mga activities na makakatulong din sa kanilang katawan. Kagaya namin, nakakapagod pala to. Maraming salamat.
Una-una, maraming salamat, Pastor Apollo C. Kibuloy, for giving us an opportunity to play here in Hong Kong. Nakalaro namin yung mga OFW dito na talaga namang kumakayod para sa kanilang pamilya. At napakaganda nitong ginagawa ni Pastor Apollo C. Kibuloy dahil sa ganitong mga activity ay nagkakaroon ng pagkakataon na magkaisa
ang mga Pilipino dito sa Hong Kong. At ito ay mahigit 3 dekada lang ginagawa ni Pastor Apollo Sikibuloy. Dahil sa activity na ito, sa festival na ito, nagsasama-sama ang mga Pilipino OFW. Nakikita natin ang saya at ngiti sa mga Pilipino, bawat OFW dito sa Hong Kong. Maraming salamat, Pastor Apollo Sikibuloy, sa ganitong ginagawa mo activity para sa ating mga kababayan Pilipino. Thank you.
Ako nagpapasalamat kay Pastor Kibuloy dahil itong ginagawa, concern talaga siya sa mga OFW. Kasi taon-taon po ito ginagawa at ang maganda rito, hindi lang para sa members ng KOJC. Open to sa lahat na gustong sumali. Actually, pangalawang beses ko na to na nasaksihan na merong ganitong activity at nagsasama-sama ang mga Pilipino dito. Hindi lang basketball, hindi lang volleyball, may mga sayawan, kantahan at iba-iba pa. Naku, napakaganda talaga nito na ang mga OFW, ang mga bayani ng Pilipinas, bagong bayani ng Pilipinas. E di dapat suportahan natin sila. E di dapat pasayahin natin sila. Shout out sa lahat ng mga OFW, hindi lang sa Hong Kong. Lahat po yan sinusuportahan ng KOJC. Kaya maraming salamat, Pastor Kibuloy, sa mga activities kagaya nito. God bless po.
Ang saya-saya po. Salamat sa Kingdom, sa KOJC at kay Pastor Apollo. The first time ko ito maka-experience ng ganito kasaya na napakalaking festival ng mga OFW. Hindi lang yung members ng Kingdom Ito pong mga ginagawa ni Pastor ay hindi lamang yung pansamantala It's really creating a home for our OFWs here in Hong Kong. Pastor Apollo, maraming salamat po at naimbitahan ako dito. And thank you sa support nyo sa namin ni Kate Binay. Sana po nasa mabuti kayong kalagayan at kaawaan po kayo ng mahal na Panginoon.
Beyond the sporting competitions, participants also showcased their musical talents during the singing competition, where every team performed original ACQ Kingdom music with passion and excellence. Another crowd favorite was the power dance competition, where each delegation presented energetic performances, highlighted by synchronized choreography, colorful costumes, creative props, and exceptional teamwork. The young and adult camp culminated in the announcement of the overall winners. 5th place went to New Territory. 4th place was shared by Saturday Group and Hong Kong 2. 3rd place was awarded to Kowloon. 2nd place went to Kennedy Town. 1st place was earned by Outlying Island. And emerging as the grand champion of the Young and Adult Camp 2026 was Kowloon. As the Young and Adult Camp 2026 came to a close, Kingdom citizens in Hong Kong once again demonstrated the spirit of unity, love, and unwavering dedication in serving the Almighty Father, our Lord Jesus Christ, through His appointed Son.
Pastor, sobrang thank you po, Pastor. Dahil po sa inyo, Pastor, nandito kami ngayon dito sa Hong Kong. Nagkakaisa sa kabila ng busy sa trabaho. Pero sa event na ito, Pastor, kaming mga anak ng Ama nagkakaisa, nagmamahalan. Salamat po, Pastor. Miss na po namin kayo, Pastor. Naway makasama po namin kayo sa next event po namin, Pastor. At sa muli, Pastor, mahal na mahal po namin kayo, Pastor.
Privilege na ito, Pastor. Dahil dito, Pastor, kami po ay natutuwa, nagagalak dahil sa kahit anong hirap, kahit anong stress po sa aming trabaho. Ngunit, Pastor, dahil dito sa Young and Adult Camp Competition, praise the Father, kami po ay Ama na gagalak, natutuwa, lahat po ng problema sa buhay namin, Pastor, ay nawawala dahil dito. Thank you, Pastor. We love you.
Maraming salamat po, Pastor, sa patuloy na paggabay po ninyo sa amin, na in spite sa sitwasyon mo ngayon, pero hindi mo talaga kami pinapabayaan. Patuloy na ipinapaabot mo sa amin ang gabay para upang kami ay lalong lumakas, lalong tumatag sa lahat ng mga pangangarap mo sa bawat isa sa amin. Salamat po, Pastor. Mahal na mahal ka namin at alam po namin na malapit na ka na namin muling makasama.
Salamat po, Pastor. Maraming salamat po, Pastor. Usa ka ni ka pribilehiyo nako, Pastor, nga karong adlaw naka-apil jud ko, Pastor, og Young Adult Competition, Pastor. Salamat kaayo, Pastor. Daghan kayong salamat bisan pa man, Pastor, sa kalisod, Pastor namo. Daghan kayong salamat and we love you and we miss you so much, Pastor.
For the faithful Kingdom citizens in Hong Kong, the Young and Adult Camp is more than a celebration of talent and friendly competition. It is a gathering that strengthens unity, renews friendships, and reminds them that despite being far from home, they remain part of one family, bound together by faith and fellowship, under the guidance of the appointed Son of God, Pastor Apollo C. Kibuloy.
For God and a beloved country, the Philippines. This is Win Hannah Jane Sancho, SMNA News, Hong Kong.
Up next, a significant diplomatic influx signals big economic opportunities for southern Mindanao. According to the Davao City government, a recent surge of foreign diplomats visiting the locality is clearing the path for massive potential investments across the region. And a medical milestone in global health. The Republic of Malawi has officially launched a breakthrough nationwide rollout of lenacapavir, the innovative twice-a-year long-acting injectable drug aimed at drastically curbing new HIV infections. More news when Newsline World returns.
In a world that craves the light of truth, One Network stands as an immovable beacon. For years, the world recognized our unyielding spirit, crowning us the most credible media company of the year. We crossed oceans to become Asia's most trusted and valued international news team, and stood defiant as the most outstanding independent Philippine media. Now, in the year 2026, we still face the howling winds of challenges. They bend the law, trying to make us silent. They spread fear to make the industry turn away. But they have forgotten one absolute truth. SMNI is not built on the fleeting praise of fearful men. We are built in trust. Whether the recognition echoes loudly in the grand halls or sits silently in the living rooms of millions, our foundation cannot be broken. They can only try to silence us, but they cannot silence the people who know we are still the most trusted and quality news channel of the year. Guiding this unstoppable force is our honorary chairman of SMNI, Pastor Apollo C. Kibuloy.
The mandate of SMNI for nation building. It is always for nation building.
He is not merely a leader. He is a celebrated spiritual leader with strong advocacy for peace and nation builder of the year. hailed globally as a humanitarian pastor of the year and the most influential and powerful man of the decade. Through every storm, he stands as the King of Peace, championing sustainability and pushing for a unified nation when the world needs it most. Let the shadows try to fall, let the establishment tremble. We are the certified most sustainable and reliable news channel. We are the pulse of the nation. We are the shield of the innocent. The truth is our armor, the people our strength. We are SMNI, and our legacy is the truth.
Kapag hindi yan ibinalita ng SMNI, hindi yan totoo.
Sa SMNI lang po nanonood at nag-aabang ng balita.
Matanda na ako. Isa lang ang pinagkakatiwalaan ko. SMNI.
Hello, ate kuya. Ano po yung channel na pinapanood niyo po sa balita?
Ako siguradong SMNI. Kasi kung sino yung pinagkatiwalaan ng Duterte, doon kami.
Yes! Same! Nakapalo po! Ayan po! SMNI!
Wow.
Bakit SMNI? SMNI kasi legit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay! No fake news, SMNI.
Ngayon po bilang isang OFW at bilang isang Pilipino, in-encourage ko nga yung mga kababayan ko na manood na lang tayo ng SMNI dahil patas ang balita at may puso at malasakit para sa sitwasyon natin sa bansang Pilipinas.
Para sa akin, kung ako sa inyo, tumutok kayo sa SMNI dahil dyan lang po tayo makakaasa ng tapat at totoong balita.
Anong channel po pinapanood niyo sa balita?
SMNI lang po.
SMNI lang, wala nang iba.
Para sa Diyos at sa Pilipinas, dating mahal.
And we're back. Top leaders of India and Japan have agreed to significantly deepen their economic and strategic ties during the 16th India-Japan Annual Summit in New Delhi. The two countries pledged to move forward with a massive target of 10 trillion yen, approximately $68 billion in Japanese investments over the next decade. Kai Villan reports.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi agreed to deepen economic and strategic ties during the 16th India-Japan Annual Summit in New Delhi. The bilateral roadmap aims to push ahead with a target of 10 trillion yen, around $68 billion in investments over the next 10 years. Footage shows Modi and Takaichi holding a joint press conference at Hyderabad House after the two leaders held bilateral talks and watched officials from both nations sign agreements. According to Modi, by combining India's scale and Japan's quality, both countries will work to provide affordable, reliable, and advanced health solutions to the world. Modi also said their goal is to 10 trillion yen, or approximately $68 billion of investment from Japan to India over the next 10 years, and to double the number of Japanese companies in India. Modi noted that the two nations are entering a new phase of their special strategic and global partnership, pointing to Japan's long-standing role in India's economic development. The massive investment target companies, closer alignment on regional maritime security, and shared geopolitical frameworks. Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi reaffirmed Japan and India's strengthened strategic cooperation to uphold a free, open, and rules-based Indo-Pacific. She stressed that Japan's free and open Indo-Pacific vision aligns closely with India's Mahasagar, or Great Ocean Initiative. According to Takaichi, Japan and India must leverage its respective strengths to become stronger and more prosperous together. Both leaders also affirmed the need to deepen the strategic cooperation between their countries to achieve common goals. Takaichi noted that the two countries would use next year's 75th anniversary of diplomatic relations to bring their peoples closer together under their special strategic partnership. The high-level summit covered trade, infrastructure, technology, healthcare, and regional security, with both leaders exchanging views on pressing global issues. The diplomatic visit from July 1st to 3rd marks Takaichi's first official trip to India since taking office as Prime Minister. Reporting for Newsline World, Kai Villan, SMNI News.
Preparations are now in full swing at the Senate impeachment court ahead of the trial of Vice President Sara Duterte. What changes should the public expect? Faith Agustina has the details.
Senate President Win Gatchalian has convened an interagency security coordinating conference to ensure the Senate is fully prepared for the start of Vice President Sara Duterte's impeachment trial on July 6. Joining Gatchalian in the meeting were representatives from various government agencies, including the Senate and House Sergeant-at-Arms, NICA, the Armed Forces of the Philippines, and several others. The meeting aims to establish seamless coordination among the agencies and maintain tight security within and around the Senate complex throughout the entire duration of the impeachment trial. Meanwhile, the Senate will be enforcing road closures as soon as the impeachment trial begins. According to a signed advisory from Senate Secretary Renato Bantug, starting Monday, July 6, Jokno Boulevard will be closed to traffic along both northbound and southbound lanes, spanning from Seaside Boulevard to Atang de la Rama Street. The road closure will remain in effect until the trial concludes, though this specific section of Jokno Boulevard will be reopened on weekends and on days when no trial proceedings are scheduled. Only senators, Senate and GSIS's employees, other government vehicles, and individuals directly involved in the impeachment proceedings will be allowed access to the restricted road. All other motorists will be rerouted to Macapagal Boulevard, which will serve as the alternative route. On the other hand, the trial of the Vice President will be open to the public. The Senate will be allocating 61 seats per day for public spectators, which will be strictly on a first-come, first-served basis. Public attendees are also required to register via the Visitor Monitoring System, or VMS, where approved individuals will receive a QR code to serve as their official entry pass. This has been Faith Agustin, your citizen correspondent, reporting for Newsline World.
The Republic of Malawi officially introduced the long-acting injectable drug lenacapavir nationwide, providing an innovative twice-a-year pre-exposure phylaxis track to curb the new HIV infections. Rahil Parva details the rollout.
Malawi's national health sector has taken a monumental step forward in its long-standing campaign against the HIV epidemic. Gathering at the Area 25 hospital in Lolongwe on Thursday, senior government leaders and international diplomatic partners witnessed the official nationwide deployment of lenacapavir. Developed by American pharmaceutical groups, the groundbreaking long-acting injectable pre-exposure prophylaxis requires only 2 treatments per year, bypassing the extreme adherence hurdles and social stigma frequently tied to traditional daily oral prevention regimes.
It is now my singular honor and privilege to officially launch lenacapavir as a new HIV prevention option in the Republic of Malawi. Can we all shout for joy?
Today is one of the happy days in the history of Malawi and also in the history of our Ministry of Health and Sanitation.
The milestone medical delivery program is supported by direct bilateral resource channels from the United States Embassy, which facilitated initial supply shipments to reach tens of thousands of high-risk citizens. Leading epidemiological tracking teams highlighted that lenacapavir demonstrated a staggering 99% effectiveness rate during exhaustive international clinical evaluations. Health directors maintained that the biannual injection will dramatically reduce the transmission patterns within a country where roughly 7% of the adult population lives with the virus, transforming regional preventative care.
Lenacapavir is one of the most significant advances in HIV prevention in decades. In clinical trials, it demonstrated over 99% effectiveness, making it among the most powerful HIV prevention tools ever developed.
While public distribution networks are already implementing immediate local training modules to administer the new medication across regional centers, health administrators acknowledge that sustaining long-term access will require navigating tight domestic budget restrictions. Nevertheless, the successful integration of lenacapavir matches the World Health Organization's newly updated global tracking frameworks and positions Malawi as a regional leader in sub-Saharan public health delivery. As deployment operations move to a multi-district phase, international observers view the rollout as a critical blueprint for global disease elimination targets. This has been Verhil Parba, your Global Citizen correspondent, reporting for Newsline World.
More and more foreign diplomats have been visiting Davao City recently. According to the Davao City government, these visits could also lead to potential investments. MJ Modihar has the exclusive report.
More foreign ambassadors have been visiting Davao City in recent months. The latest to visit City Mayor Sebastian Baste Duterte was Ireland Ambassador to the Philippines Emma Hickey. Prior to this, Swedish Ambassador to the Philippines Anna Ferry also visited the city. Because of these successive visits, many are asking why more foreign diplomats are coming to Davao City.
Yes, MJ, we are really happy and we welcome the visits of the foreign delegations recently, especially this year. As you have mentioned, we are happy to see at least around 10 foreign diplomats, ambassadors to the Philippines have visited Davao City. Just this week, we have the Swedish ambassador and the Irish ambassador who paid a courtesy visit on Mayor Baste Duterte.
According to Davao City Information Officer Harvey Lantixe, the purpose of these visits is to strengthen ties with the city and explore investment opportunities. He said that most ambassadors are accompanied by foreign investors who also meet with business chambers in Davao City.
Most of the ambassadors kasama sa kanilang delegation are foreign investors also na dinala nila from their countries papunta dito sa Davao City to have discussions also with the business chambers here. The message of Mayor Baste to everybody talaga is Davao City is open and to all investors regardless kung saan kayo nagaling na country.
Lantixe added that one of the sectors that has attracted strong interest from foreign visitors is agribusiness.
Most of them express interest on agribusiness, agri sector because that is also one of the assets natin dito sa Davao City.
Aside from agribusiness, discussions are also progressing positively on possible investments in renewable energy, health, and education.
This week, among the discussions include investments on renewable energy and education also, and including health. So it varies depending on the interest and the specialty also of the visiting country. But then again, yun nga, we welcome this interest na pinapakita nila sa city natin.
In Davao City, the processing of business permits has been made faster and easier through the online business permit licensing system and the implementation of the Ease of Doing Business Act. Through the city's online DPLS portal, applicants can also monitor the status of their applications and make payments without having to queue. The entire process takes only 3 to 10 working days, provided that all submitted documents are complete and free from issues. According to the Davao City government, more foreign dignitaries have also expressed interest in visiting the city. Reporting for Newsline World, this has been MJ Mondeja, SMNA News.
The Freakier Friday star celebrates her milestone birthday by looking back at her decades-long Hollywood journey, embracing a peaceful new era and declaring she is grateful for every chapter. Meanwhile, Hollywood icon and Lethal Weapon actor Donnie Glover has publicly revealed that he has been living with Alzheimer's disease for several years. Here's Faith Agustin for the showbiz.
To celebrate her landmark 40th birthday, Lindsay Lohan used a popular TikTok trend on Instagram to look back at her decades-long Hollywood career, contrasting her chaotic past as a child star with the peaceful, grounded life she enjoys today. Lindsay reflected in her transformative 30s, a decade marked by marriage, motherhood, and filming the Freakier Friday sequel, crediting these milestones with reshaping what truly matters to her as she enters her 40s. Lohan also looked back at her early career, contrasting her childhood innocence before the Parent Trap with the overwhelming tabloid scrutiny and the rapid success she faced in her 20s as a major Hollywood it girl. To escape intrusive Hollywood scrutiny and public scandals, Lindsay permanently relocated to Dubai in 2014, a move praised by co-star Jamie Lee Curtis, which provided the peace necessary to lay the groundwork for her recent successful Netflix comeback. Lohan concluded her birthday message by thanking her fans and stating that her future projects must revolve around her family as she enters a more grounded, intentional, and joyful decade. Meanwhile, during an interview on the Today Show, 79-year-old Hollywood icon Donnie Glover revealed he has been living with Alzheimer's disease since shortly after receiving an honorary Oscar in 2022, though he remains resiliently active despite his symptoms slowing him down. Supported by his family, Danny chose to speak out about his diagnosis to challenge the stigma surrounding dementia and take control of his own life story. By sharing his diagnosis and partnering with Alzheimer's Association, Glover is raising awareness for the disease and highlighting a stark racial disparity where older Black Americans are twice as likely to develop dementia as older white Americans. Danny Glover's diagnosis marks a heavy new chapter in a monumental career spanning over 170 acting credits, which includes his iconic role in the Lethal Weapon franchise and critically acclaimed performances in Places in the Heart and The Color Purple. Throughout his fame, the actor has fiercely prioritized civil rights and social justice, viewing his decision to use his diagnosis to help others as a natural extension of his lifelong activism and art. This has been Faith Agustin, your Global Citizen correspondent, bringing you the latest show buzz.
In latest sports updates, Portugal came from behind to defeat Croatia as Gonzalo Ramos scored a dramatic stoppage time winner to send the Portuguese into the FIFA World Cup round of 16. Meanwhile, Gilas Pilipinas looks to avenge its previous loss to New Zealand as it opens the third window of the FIFA World Cup 2027 Asian qualifiers in Auckland. Carla Peña, more on this.
Portugal advanced to the FIFA World Cup round of 16 after Gonzalo Ramos scored a stoppage time winner to complete a 2-1 comeback victory over Croatia in a dramatic round of 32 clash. Croatia struck first in the 53rd minute through Ivan Perisic, but Cristiano Ronaldo answered with a penalty in the 68th minute for his first ever World Cup knockout stage goal. Ronaldo was substituted in the 81st minute before Ramos headed home the decisive goal deep into stoppage time. The match ended in controversy after Croatia appeared to equalize in the closing seconds, only for Mario Pachulic's goal to be disallowed for offside following a VAR review. Portugal will now face Spain in the round of 16. Portugal keeps its World Cup title hopes alive and advances to face Spain while Croatia bows out after a heartbreaking defeat. Meanwhile, Gilas Pilipinas takes on New Zealand on Friday at Spark Arena, hoping its extended training camp and two dominant tune-up wins over New Zealand National Basketball League teams will translate into a crucial qualifying victory. The Filipinos defeated the Manawatu Jets 92-61 and Franklin Bulls 94-66 during their build-up, although naturalized player Justin Brownlee was rested in both games. Head coach Tim Cone said the team successfully executed its game plan in the friendlies but expects a much tougher challenge against the Tall Blacks. Gilas is seeking payback after suffering a narrow 69-66 loss to New Zealand in the second qualifying window last February. The Tall Blacks return with much of the squad that defeated the Philippines, led by veterans Ty Webster and Shea Ely, along with Mojave King and Sam Wardenberg. A win would boost Gilas' campaign before another top road test against Australia, while consecutive losses could make its path to the next qualifying round significantly tougher. Reporting for Newsline World, this has been Carla de la Peña bringing you the latest sports news.
And before we end, may be inspired with the words of the song. Every day may not be good, but there's something good in every day. And that's all for this edition of Newsline World. For God in my beloved country, the Philippines, I'm Prince Tripoli. Thank you for watching and goodbye.
This is SMNI News Channel. Truth that matters.